everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to 5 Minutes of Awesomism, where Peyton and I work to turn negative situations into awesomism. Peyton has his sunglasses on because we want to thank our nationwide sponsor, the OHO sunglasses. Head over to their website. It's OHO, the OHO sunglasses. I think it's just .com, not sunglasses, and use the code Awesomism for 20% off the entire site. So thank you, OHOS, for that. And also thank you, Brandon Hadi, for letting us use your music. He's a country recording music artist, and he's amazing. He's my favorite artist. So I'm honored to have him give us his music. And today we have someone that I really like. I have met him in person. He's a very genuine, wonderful person, and he's a magnificent speaker. Let me tell you, he's a really good speaker, and he's very, very well rounded. He is an autistic adult, and I will let him explain himself. But before he does, let me just tell you, Andrew is he does not, I don't think he understands how amazing he is. Like, he touched me when I met him, and his speeches, I highly recommend you find them, listen to them. And if you have the opportunity to have him come speak at something you have, I highly recommend you get Andrew, because he speaks from his heart and he is so good at what he does. So, Andrew, with that, please tell us about yourself.
All right, hello. I'm kind of hard to top that, but I'm a kind of like adult. I'm adult in Connecticut. I do presentations throughout not just the East Coast, but all around. Just have to schedule ahead of time. But I'm in a lot of different circles. Like, I work in both special ed and human services. I'm currently a teacher assistant at a private school. I'm also a direct care person. Or in other words, at DPS. Info doesn't technically have that, but a lot of those positions I kind of like either way. And I have a huge background. I worked in the past in different nonprofits. I worked in a public school before, a job coach for 2 years. So I have like a varied background in autism. And I also have my brand. I mean, it might be hard to see. I think this podcast is either video or
It's
audio.
both. It's both video
Oh,
and
okay. People
audio.
might see the logo, but my logo, Andrew Arboe, autistic self-advocate speaker. That's how you all can find me. I have my own website. Also have a Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I don't really use TikTok that much, but there might be a few videos, and I've been posting a new live webinar I'm doing. Well, technically it's not new, but I'm kind of relaunching a driving topic I got into several years ago. I'm kind of testing the waters as I'm trying to build my funds for doing a master's program. I'm looking into doing a special education in transition.
Oh, nice. You're also on LinkedIn. So if you're on LinkedIn,
Oh
please
yes,
follow
that too.
Andrew
I kind of
on
I
LinkedIn.
cross like post all the time.
Yeah.
So in case
Yeah.
people just stay on LinkedIn, they still get to see all my different posts. I might do some kind of different posts every now and then, but on the most part, I try and yeah, just like include everyone on LinkedIn too. Oh, and
Yeah.
then to mention the non-work stuff, because I'm more or less a workaholic at this point. I'm a huge coffee guy. I love to travel. I mean, that's kind of worn with the public speaking. And I'm also like visiting arcades. I am eyeing a New Hampshire arcade next Saturday. Need to squeeze in like a travel per month, self-care. And I'm also enjoy video games. I really love Japanese role-playing games. That's kind of my jam, and I occasionally post about it on my page. I usually post about like the ups, downs, things I like, very things I dislike, but I don't really go that much, and also none of people's business unless it's something I really want to post. But yeah, so I guess going to the questions part.
Yeah, you
Because I could go more in details, but that pretty much is a good summary that doesn't take like 10 minutes. So,
yeah, I think one of the things that I really appreciate about you is how positive you are. You're a very positive person, and you have one of the cutest dogs. So I
oh yeah,
love
yeah,
your
I should
dog.
probably mention Sky.
Yeah.
Not positive. I also to go back on like public speaking and my approach with autism is like, am I actually like I kind of grew up, I don't want to say grew up, I kind of like recently grew up on a lot of online circles. There's a lot of different like accuracy battles going on, a lot of differences in how people view autism.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I like to take like the gray approach. Like I make friends with everyone.
Yeah.
Like I like to tell them, like I've been telling this story. Like I actually have met people when I'm in conferences. When one of the things I like to do, like I like to have a espresso martini in some conferences, not all. You bet I did one during the ICAN Autism Conference. That's how I met met you. Like there was one conference I actually became friends with behaviorists because I just happened to be there, just happened to talk about autism and getting like my espresso fix for the day. I'm more coffee when in general, but I don't mind an espresso martini, especially one that's really good. So I
Yeah.
kind of make friends from any different circles. Like I contracted through several different places, including Anderson Center for Autism in Newark, and then Autism Speaks. But I kind of work with everyone unless they give me a reason not to. But I'm pretty much go around. And yes, my dog's really cool. I have pictures of him all over my presentation slides. There was two pictures, I believe, in my ICANN presentation. There was two. Some presentations I have a hard time squeezing, but I try to squeeze one in the agenda slide.
Yeah.
And in case if
I
I
love your
can't,
dog.
yep, in the case if I just can't find anything to post, I just happen to have a few pictures of my dog. Cool. So
Sounds like
not
you love
laziness, but
Peyton.
Yeah.
it's also not laziness.
Yeah. Peyton loves his dog too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tax, my therapy dog, who's a half British Malinois, that's an Australian Shepherd.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. He
Oh
loves
yeah,
it.
German Shepherd. For those that don't know the context, German
Yeah.
Shepherd.
Yeah, his is German Shepherd. You no, I really appreciated you at ICANN. I was running around crazy because we were co-hosting it, but
Hmm.
I really appreciate you. I really appreciated your speech. The thing that I really like about your approach to autism that I when and I look at all your posts, as you can tell, because I'm always commenting and liking and stuff and sharing
Yep.
them. But one of the things I love about it is that you take the positive route and I always say this to people, autism is a 24/7. It's not like you get up in the morning and go, okay, I'm not going to be autistic today, or I won't be autistic till noon. So it's every part of your life. And I love that you talk about every part of the life. Like you talk about driving, you talk about going to coffee shops, you talk about other things you're interested in. And I love that because I always say this, autism is a lifestyle. There are companies out there that are always promoting their lifestyle brand. Well, autism is a lifestyle. It's 24/7, 365 your entire life. And so what I really love about your approach to it is it's 24/7, 365 your entire life. But you don't just sit and talk about, hi, I'm autistic. You talk about, I went to this coffee shop, I went to this bookshop, here's my dog. I'm traveling here, I'm speaking here, I did this, I did that, I got a job. I love that because it it makes it so much more interesting. And I think it shows such a human side to autism that we don't always see from everyone. And I love that about what you do.
And yeah, in my prophecy, and I kind of make it a lot of my presentations. I always make it note that I'm not speaking for everyone. My own experiences, like I like to say, it's not like a monolith. Oh heavens, no! I mean, I'm into it. My taste in gaming. Like, don't think there's a lot of summer autistics out there that have my taste in gaming. Okay, maybe a couple, but not everyone. I get into some pretty out there storylines that could go on all day. The one game series I flew all the way to LA to do its concert. Got really lucky and still pretty
Nice.
proud of that. Still pretty proud of pulling that off, especially as on the weekend and went straight to my TA job right after getting frying back. Like it didn't
That's
happen.
great. But you're
But
right.
oh yeah, it's not
You're right
monolith, and
though.
I like to. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Another thing you like to do. Tell us.
Yeah, I just want to give you because I've different ones. So I like to always take one and the tour, and I always like to get like I always get like a perspective of companies, organizations, just easy for me to see instead of relying on just like online circles. I can go on all day about like like some places can be negative received, and then you find out just past stuff, and now they're like, okay, any other places, and it's up to them and I may call them out, like a might call them out every now and then, but I also know, hey, things are changing over time. Heavens know, there's a lot of places around here in Connecticut that changed over time. Some better, some less stuff, but also comes in the territory. So I want to kind of see things as they are, and also give credit. Like I like to highlight, no, different pages. I recently posted. I'm also glad no one gave me a lot of crap for. I think I shared a post on funny profound like autism page. So I always like to highlight that. I always like to be aware of that. I mean, I have boundaries of like, there's no way I'd be able to present on such a topic because
Right.
makes no sense. Makes no sense. But if I'm able to share other people's content, but hey, you should check this out. This is cool. I like that. I always like to keep learning things, and I'm also hoping to volunteer for the Profound Autism Alliance. They're having their summit in Boston in April, and
Nice.
it revolves on an April vacation. I want to volunteer one of the days. I have to be mindful of my direct care hours. It can be quite intensive. But
No,
I've always
I
liked to keep
understand.
learning, like keep seeing new perspectives and kind of support things on my own way, even if there's no way I'd be able to do a speaking topic. Like if there's anything I don't have experience about it, I don't talk about it.
Mhm. But see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I really like, is because you talk about such a broad scope of things. It shows that autism is not this one little category. It is such a spectrum. It's such a broad spectrum. I've said many times, if you've met one autistic, you've met one autistic,
Yep, yep,
because
Stephen Short.
yeah, I mean, Peyton is very different than, Peyton's got a lot of friends that are also on the spectrum. They're all very different. They're all extremely different. But I think because you talk about such a broad range and you do so many different things, that shows that, because, maybe if there's 100 autistics that look at your page, one or two or three will relate to this, and two or three, which is what everybody has. I can, look at a page of another 65-year-old woman, which is what I am, who is a mom of four, who lives in Ocala, Florida, and we may have something same. Just because we're 65 and moms of four and we both homeschool and live in Ocala doesn't mean we have the same world. We may have complete different things. And that's what I love about the way that you approach it, is I see you approaching it from your perspective and sharing your perspective, your life, what you do from you. And that I really appreciate.
Thank you. Not much to add. I mean, that pretty much did it. So,
Well, we wanted to thank you for coming on. We were excited about getting you on. I've been trying to get you on for a while, and I know you're
I
super
mean, the first
busy.
one I accidentally missed it. I have to be mindful because I work a lot more hours when I really should, but I'm also it helps me pay rent and all that in my condo with a roommate. So yep, a lot of things are kind of like I don't want to say temporary, kind of as of right now, but I'm kind of making my next steps because I spent a lot of time researching my next steps because
Good.
special education and transition, broad topic, and I more or less finally accepted it. Yep, and I've been learning that from I've seen that you don't necessarily have to be a teacher to be no to get into that type of fields. I mean, being a teacher
Oh,
helps out, but
right.
I'm not sure if I see it for me as of this time. But I want to be in that transition train in terms of like transitional services
Oh, that's
because
great.
like the adulthood is so like critical.
I agree.
Yep, and I'm always like to see what's out there. Get into like a leadership role from like the ARC or something along those lines. Like you just have to like map it out a little bit more because I have so many choices. And then people that know Final Fantasy will probably understand this. I'm basically like a red mage of like an all around like I've been to some like all of you can look at my employment history, including in this brand page I made. Like I dipped my feet into so many different things. And that's
That's
not even going to the board memberships
Yeah. See, and that's what I'm saying.
and
That's what I
other
love.
commitments as well.
But good for you. And again, we really appreciate you taking the time out, and we wish you nothing but success. And Team Awesomism is always here to support you in any way you need or you want. And thank you for taking the time, Andrew. And we look forward to hearing more about your journey and following you as you keep moving along.
Yeah, thank you so
Oh,
much.
thank you. And then
Thank you.
I'm assuming, oh, yeah.
Now, if you want something else, you can say something else.
Yeah, I should probably, because I do have a live webinar, and assuming this will come out before March 24th of the year, I am
Okay.
doing a live webinar on my classic driving topic. It's kind of like driver awareness. It's like an autistic perspective on driving, which kind of goes over how I pursued driving, how I learned it in a state that didn't have a lot of resources. I got my license back in 2018. And being able to write about those topics led to a lot of the public speaking I do nowadays. So it kind of not only goes over how I approached it, but also all the benefits that came from that and challenges.
Nice.
And each drive gives me a new experience. Like I drove for that snowstorm last week or so.
You did?
Oh,
Wow.
not during it, but the very beginning and then afterwards.
Wow.
Like Florida does not get a lot of snow.
No, we don't.
It was a type of snowstorm where ice kept growing in the front like window. And I had to
Right.
like park on the side and also try to scrape it out. But it kept going. I'm like, okay, I really should not be driving, but I have assigned hours. And I actually was snowed in. Had to like stay there for the whole time.
Yeah.
Like it was
Wow.
pretty yikes. And then even in driving down there, it was a couple times my car wanted to do a ballerina move, and I had to tell it no, and just like keep going straight. Like I know this is rough. I get it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Way
so
to
I get a
go.
lot of different drive experiences, and that's not the only one. And I had another one where a bird kind of fell, a bird or some sort of object fell within the highway and just kind of cracked my window, and I
Oh
had
my
to get
goodness.
that, had someone come over and repair that. But it was the freakiest thing. It was when I was visiting one of the ARCs in Massachusetts, and I was lucky that there wasn't anything that actually broke. I still committed to it, but it threw me off when I was listening to a Final Fantasy podcast.
Wow.
Just
That's
enjoying that coffee, drinking a coffee while driving, minding my own business. I mean, I had one hand that's doing another, just kind of doing like a quick coffee drink, and then just spatter, and I was like, "What is this?" And I was Bluetooth calling people, figuring out, did this just happen?
wow. That's
Still
crazy.
surreal and still pretty
That's
surreal, but I have a lot of
crazy.
different driving experiences, so it's happening on here. It's on my website. It's on the page Live Webinars, just so I don't drag this episode any further than I already am. But I'm excited to launch it. It's open up to 25 people just as a test because I've never done a live webinar before with my brand. So I'm trying to test the waters a bit. I may do other topics, probably my autobiography topics, the outside, and I also give a lot of actually advice for people. Probably will most likely launch that in the end of February and select a very convenient April day on a Tuesday because like some Tuesdays are free for me. I have to be really considerate of my time, especially I work pretty intense hours.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, we will definitely promote your webinar. We'll put it all over our social media. We'll put it on our app and we will put it out there for you to, so make sure that I see it. If I don't see it, I usually see it, but if I don't see it, let me know so I can promote it. Because I think that's a really, really important topic, the driving. So yeah, anything we can do to help you, we're happy to help. And again, we thank you so much for coming on and we look forward to following you as you go along. And we'll definitely promote whatever you do. So make sure you ask, let us know what's going on so that we can make sure that we see it and promote it for you. Okay.
Yep, will do.
Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.